morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday morning espresso shot. Welcome this lovely Monday morning, or if you're not in my time zone, good afternoon, or good extremely early morning for some of you, perhaps. All right, let us now begin to take our awareness in the area of the heart. And let's take slow, deep breaths. And visualize these flowing in and out of your heart. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. And allowing these breaths to just flow in and out of your heart. Keeping that gentle pace where you take as long as you can to breathe in and as long as you can to exhale. Just keep it slow, gentle, and smooth, all the while placing awareness in the area of the heart, giving you a nice heart hug. Keep that awareness in the area of the heart. That'll keep you present at all times. And experience these waves, these gentle breaths. And as you take these gentle breaths, place your awareness a few inches outside your body, around your body, and see and feel and experience the gentle waves that surround you. Now see if you can take these breaths a little more deeper than you normally would. And exhale a little bit longer than you normally would. As long as it's comfortable, try going a bit deeper. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And today's topic is, in the I didn't know that moment, is the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And I want to share with you something that I shared with the Ignite member community this past Saturday in the webinar. So let us talk about the heartbeat of Mother Earth. I want to talk to you about an experiment that was done not too long ago, where they took two vials, as you see, not exactly depicting the exact same vials, but in one they had an aqueous solution, and they put a diseased human cell, so a human cell that had HIV virus, they put it in this. And in the other vial they put just pure water. There was nothing else in there. And before they did all of this, they basically shielded the entire experiment from any electromagnetic waves. So, the stuff that microwaves and phones and all the other interferences that happen, they made sure that there was absolutely no electric fields or magnetic fields around, and they shielded the entire experiment from that. So the only thing that was available to them was a very quiet room with no electromagnetic interference. So they put a human cell in this vial, and what they found out was they started measuring the electromagnetic emissions from the cell. So what they found out was that the human cell actually had a field, an electromagnetic field, which is an actual physical, palpable field that you can actually measure. And so when they looked at that, they said, okay, well, that's nice. I wonder, they thought, I wonder if I bring these two vials close together, if I can, if that field, because it's an energetic field, it's not a physical field, it's an energetic field. I wonder if that field can transfer over to the pure water without me physically taking the human cell out and putting it in pure water. I wonder if I can just transfer the electronic signature, the electromagnetic wave, onto the pure water. So they tried keeping the vials close together without the water touching each other. Like the two vials were isolated from each other, but they kept it in close proximity. What they found was the only way that they could have this transference happen is if they applied a frequency of 7.8 hertz. Any frequency that was lower than that, this transference wouldn't happen. And lo and behold, when they put the 7.8 hertz frequency in the room, and that was the only frequency in the room, remember, we're shielding everything from external factors, so the only frequency, an electromagnetic frequency, that was what this experiment was exposed to was this 7.8 hertz. And when they did that, the pure water began to absorb the electromagnetic field that was in the diseased human cell. So now that we have pure water, no HIV cell, no physical cell in there, but the electromagnetic field that actually held on to the signature of the disease. It's a signature, electromagnetic signature. It's a field. So they said, well, interesting. What happens if we put some components that comprise of our DNA? Let's, nucleotides, primers, polymerase enzymes. What happens if we put that in there? And we're not gonna put them in any kind of arranged form. We're just gonna drop the components in there. It's like Lego pieces in there. And their thinking was, would the electromagnetic field shape those pieces into the same structure as an HIV virus cell? So they did that, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. It actually recomposed those pieces of DNA into an HIV cell. So that is actually demonstrating to us that the energy field that we have can actually shape what our cells can develop. So if we've got an energy field that facilitates healthy cells, then we will have healthy cells develop. If we have an energy field in our body with this HIV imprint, then the HIV virus will continue to propagate. So really the whole idea here is, what is 7.8 hertz? Well, 7.8 hertz is actually the standing frequency of Earth. The Earth is emitting, among other frequencies, 7.8 hertz, and it's called Schumann resonances. We don't have time to go too much into this, but I explained this entire phenomenon and what we can do to actually help us manage this in the harmonizing and anchoring star energies. So if you want to do that, check out the replay if you're an Ignite member for that. All right. Now let us do our second part of this, placing our awareness in the area of the heart, taking slow, deep breaths. Visualize these flowing in and out of your heart. Just take these slow, deep, gentle breaths. And visualize these flowing in and out of your heart. And experience a regenerative emotion such as care, compassion, gratitude, appreciation, and just bring that into your heart. In order for you to create a coherent field in which cells can maintain a healthy composure, your emotions are important. Your emotions are one of the main factors that drive how well your cells can regenerate or how healthy they regenerate, because your emotions have a field associated with it. Today, you want to amplify and intensify the positive emotions of care, compassion, gratitude. If you can summon these and go deeper and intensify these, you will create a coherent field within your system. So take slow, deep breaths. Experience these flowing in and out of your heart, breathing a little gentler than you normally would. And bring forward these amazing emotions. Experience them. Put a gentle smile on your face. That will get it going too. Slow, deep breaths, placing awareness in the area of the heart. Check in with your feelings right now. What are you feeling? See if you can elevate your emotions even more. Just ask your body to allow the love, the gratitude, the appreciation. Just let it flood into your heart. Give it an opening. Give it permission. And say, I want to feel a deeper, more elevated emotion of gratitude. See what happens. Just ask your body to open up. Wonderful. Thank you so much for participating today. If you have any questions, let's put them forward, type them in. And while you're coming up with these questions, I wanted to share with you that our next advanced series class is on Saturday, July 20th from 9 to 10 a.m. It's a Saturday. And in that, you will learn how to deepen your intuition so you can make difficult decisions under stressful conditions. You can actually slow down time. I've seen this happen, and I want to share with you an example of how that happens. The other thing you can do is you can maintain composure and be everyone's rock while everyone is around you is panicking. You don't have to be drawn up into that. You can actually become a rock in times of need, and then you can actually improve your abilities in both personal and professional endeavors. This one, I've opened it up to people who are not an Ignite member, and you can actually join for $7 until July 1st. After that, it's $15. So in your email that you'll get with the replay of this particular program, you will see the instructions on how to join if you're not an Ignite member. All right. Again, next week is Mount Shasta retreat, where I'm going to be going there. Unfortunately, I cannot do the Monday morning espresso shot next Monday. For the next 2 Mondays, I'll be flying, both going there, and then the following Monday on July 1st, I'll be coming back. I'll be in the air kind of thing. So I'll send you an email, give you an alternative for this. All right, and then of course the Cancun event is happening in December. Maybe it's too far away for anybody to be thinking that, but it's going to sneak up on us. If you're planning to come, please do join us. And of course, we've got the July 20th Overcome series. Good, I see a comment or a question coming through. Anne and Cecile from Hawaii. Hello, Anne and Cecile. Hence, being happy and loving oneself being vital to healing and being healthy. Do we assume that we need to elevate our feeling for ourselves in our routine life? Yes, that's a good assumption. As a matter of fact, it's vital. One of the things that we, thank you for asking that, Anne. You always ask me, and Cecilia, you guys always ask amazing questions, and they're very thought-provoking. You see, your body is a creature of habit. It's got a personality. A personality did not just form as you were born. You developed a personality. That personality is, when you think of certain people and you say, well, that person is not a happy person. That person's always grumpy. That person's always cheery, always happy. Those are personalities that are created by training your body to set a temperature of a particular emotion, and that becomes your center of emotion. If that center of emotion is sitting in the sadness, once in a while you'll emerge into that great happiness, and then when you're not paying attention, you go back to the center, which is the actual normal operating temperature of your emotion, if I can put it that way. That's really the essence of your personality. So how do you raise that temperature so that your center of personality is either calm, collected, or even on the cheery side? So you are allowed to feel sad, but after you are not paying attention to the sadness, that your body automatically resumes back to the center point, which is calm, collected, maybe cheery. And there is no upper limit to this, and there's no lower limit to this. So yes, the question you asked and the way I interpret is this, that you're asking if there's a normal way of being when you're just walking around, not even thinking about your emotions. It's important to have a set point, which is taking your body normally to a calm, collected, and perhaps coherent level. And then you're allowed to feel sad, but you always kind of spring back into that center. It's like when you bend a piece of plastic, that when you release it, it goes back to straight. But if you bend it too much, it will form a certain shape, and that becomes its normal shape. Then you can bend it below that and above that. I hope that makes sense. And I guess a natural question from that is that how do you train your body to do that? And that is practice. Practice, and also catching yourself, being self-aware. There are 4 components to doing this. is one of the main components is to be self-aware. We don't have time to go into all 4 components. I do touch upon them in my program, so I know you are an Ignite member, so you can probably catch some of those webinars. So that would be one thing. I have a lot of clients who come to me with these issues around not having the self-awareness to understand where they're at, and I do provide the coaching services. And I will be sending out, as a matter of fact, the email that I sent out I gave instructions on how you want to book an appointment with me for anybody who wants to do this kind of one-on-one with me. All right. I hope that answers the question. So we do change our learned personality? Oh, absolutely, 100%. And just to reiterate, yes, you do. You can shift your personality completely. You can become more cheery, and that becomes your new set point. And everybody has the capability of doing that. As a matter of fact, your body is actually designed to become more efficient, but you have to change the temperature. It's almost like, a thermostat that's too hot in the house, and you actually have to go physically to reset the thermostat so that it's comfortable. Otherwise, when it's too hot, and if you stay in that heat, you become comfortable to that heat. So what we're doing is we're resetting the temperature of our personality, and you can shape that personality to become a more cheerful, more calmer person. So yes, absolutely, you can do that. Lou and Will. Hello, Lou and Will from Regina. I enjoyed the reminder of frequency information transfer. For years, I had a booming business selling all natural products embedded with the benevolent frequencies of the perfect state of health of every organ, gland, system. Good reminder to self to get them more present and used in my life. No questions, just thank you. You're welcome, Lou and Will. Absolutely. So if you've got a certain process where you have these frequencies lying about, remember, one of the main kind of comments that I made here and the main findings is that the gratitude to Gaia, to Mother Earth, is very important, because one of the standing frequencies that we are bathing in all the time, like these are Schumann resonances. One of the frequencies is 7.8 hertz. That's the one that facilitates that electromagnetic transfer. Anything below that was not going to do that. So we are in a condition where we are able to transfer frequencies, and so all we do is we choose what frequencies we want to transfer through our free will. And one way to modulate that is our emotions. So thank you so much for a wonderful conversation here. And if you haven't checked out the replay of the program that I just gave on Saturday, Harmonizing and Anchoring Star Frequencies, we also talk about the solar cycles and how the solar cycles affect our physiology, our autonomic nervous system, and a few other things. So this is basically there for you. I want to thank you for joining me this morning. I won't see you live next week or the week after, but I will send you instructions on how you can connect with me. I got a note from Anne and Cecile. Cecile is back in South Africa. Oh, I'm sure you miss her. I'm sure you miss each other. So give her my regards. Thank you, Lou and Will. Have a wonderful time yourself, and we'll chat with you live. I'll let you know once I figure out my schedule out there. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll connect with you very soon. Take care.